process. ERS process, or it is called as the evaluate receipt settlement process. So we'll go for the ERS process, or evaluate receipt settlement process. So what is that? So basically it will be the logistic invoice verification process, and in which there will be a conditions between company and supplier. So the invoice will settle as per the good receipt and purchase order document. So there will be no vendor invoices required to settle the invoice. So that process is called as the ERS process, right? So normally, what happens in the real time, when you will go for the any invoice, so at that time you have to follow the vendor invoice. When the supplier will supply the material, with the material the vendor will send a invoice to your company, right? And as per that invoice we are doing the invoice settlement. We are using the invoice settlement, right? But in ERS process, so ERS process strictly saying that there will be no vendor invoice is required. The vendor invoice is not required. The invoice is settled as per the purchase order and good receipt document only, right? So normal कौन हुए ना vendor invoice बेले बेले से मैंने change करके देता हूँ कि there will be certain extra charges and all, but ERS process रे strictly कहा जाए there will be no extra charges, nothing. So pure है कि मैं good receipt document जहाँ भी maintain थी वो mention थी वो ताको नहीं की ही हमको invoice settlement को दिया रहता है, right? So how it will happen? So for this process you need to update the vendor master first. So how you can change that? You can go for the XK02 to change the vendor master, and there must be a material is required to purchase the material MM01 to create material master, and then after we have to maintain invoice condition record for ERS process, that is T code is MRM1, and then after you have to go for the purchase order with T code ME21N. Then you can go for the good receipt with MIGO. Then you can go for the invoice settlement and in ERS process. The T code is MRRL. So these are the steps we have to follow for the ERS process. Anybody having any doubt in the definition part? So ladies and I will take the material.
No.
This material we have to use, and we have to use the this vendor. And then I will use this vendor 102. So number. Okay, fine. So we will use this one. So first we have what we have to do. We have to update the vendor master. How to do that? Okay. So go for XK02. Put here the vendor number. Put the company code. Company code was GPIT. Purchase organization was GPIT. Go for the purchasing data of the vendor master. Purchase organization is not maintained. Okay, what was the purchase organization then? GPI 1. So this was our purchase organization. Click enter. So for the ERS process, what you have to do, you have to take the GR based IB. This checkbox must be selected. Auto evaluation, this must be selected, and auto evaluation, this must be selected. So these three checkbox need to select in the ERS process. It is mandatory. So click enter, click on save. It is done. Now you have to maintain the invoice condition record with MR M1. Go for MR M1. Then output type. The output type for the ERS process, it will be ERS. This one ERS process we have to select here ERS. Then go for the key combination and we will take the company code vendor. So company code was GPIT. Put here the vendor number. So I will activate for this particular vendor. The function is VN transport transmission medium should be printout one. It will be one for the printout, and here for the data dispatch it will be send immediately. You can do language key is English. So now select the line item. Go for the communication. Put here the output type should be LP01 and print immediately. Release after output and make it print. So put this much, then click enter, then click on save. Right. So this is done. Now you can go for the purchase order ME21N. So put here the vendor number. Put here the vendor number. Purchase organization was this one. Purchase group was GPI1, I think. Purchase group GPI. नहीं जाओ. Company code was this one. Click enter. This was GPI1. Right. Go for the item. Put the material number. Material number is this one. That is all we have going to order for the 5,000 quantity. Each quantity having 7,000 rupees. Deliver date is this one. Plant was GPI 1. Storage location was 1,000. So normal purchase order karo. Click enter. So put here the tax code. Okay, our tax code is not coming here. So how the tax code will come? Go for OBBG.
OBBG.
Yes. Position is India. Make it TXINN. Click on save. So pure tax code the mandatory. So we have to put the tax code. It is mandatory. So put here. So what is our tax code? GP. Do the PO again. MI21N. Right. It is done. So here you'll find the option ERS is selected automatically. Here ERS is selected automatically, right? Because we have updated the vendor master, right? So it will be selected automatically, and here you have to select GR based IB as well, right? So this much is required. So click on enter. Okay, just check document is okay. Save the view. Then go for the good receipt. Good receipt. Odia the purchase order number. Click on item okay. Click on check. Now post. Good receipt done. So now you can go for the invoice settlement with the T code MRRL. Enter. Company code is this one. Enter number. Remove test run year. Just click on execute. So this is the invoice is created. This is the invoice number. ठीक है जी. So this process is called as the like ERS process. ବୁଝିପାରିଲ?
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଆଜ୍ଞା
Now we will go for the next process that is called as a revaluation process. What is a revaluation process? It will be also a condition between the company and the vendor. If there will be some changes in the price of the material in the market, so the extra amount can be paid by the both party, right? So let example we have ordered the material and we have received the material and we did the invoice as well, right? Invoice sorry ki vendor ro payment bhi sari jaichi. So right now what will happen? There may be some changes in the price in the market, right? So ଯଦି ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ ବଢ଼ିଲା ଦେନ୍ କମ୍ପାନୀ କ'ଣ କରିବ ଭେଣ୍ଡରକୁ ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ଆମାଉଣ୍ଟ ଦେବ ଯଦି ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ ଡାଉନ୍ ହେଲା ତାହେଲେ ଭେଣ୍ଡର କ'ଣ କରିବ ସେଇଟା ନେଗୋସିଏଟ୍ କରେ ମାନେ କ'ଣ ଭେଣ୍ଡର କମ୍ପାନୀକୁ ପଇସା ରିଟର୍ନ କରିବ ତ ନର୍ମାଲି ଭେଣ୍ଡର ତ କେବେ ହେଲେ ରିଟର୍ନ କରେନି ସୋ ନେକ୍ସଟ ମାନେ କନସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟରେ ସିଏ କ'ଣ କରିଥାଏ ନା ସେଇଟା ସେଟେଲ୍ କରେଇଥାଏ right but that is called as the revaluation process ki like if the price will change in the market the extra amount will be given by the both the party. So normally either company କାହିଁକି ରାଜି ହୁଏ ନା so for the old vendor only the company may be take the like a that risk right ଯୋଉମାନେ ପୁରୁଣା ଭେଣ୍ଡର ଅଛନ୍ତି ସେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ହଁ there may be some changes in the market price in the market right so as per the vendor's word we can like change the price of the material again right and ତମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବ ଗୋଲ୍ଡ ସୋରୁମ୍ ଯେତେ ଜୁଏଲାରୀର ବିଜନେସ୍ ରହୁଛି ରାଇଟ୍ ଆଜି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ ଅଛି କାଲି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ ଅଛି ଆଉ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ ଏଭର୍ ଦ ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ ଦେ ଆର୍ ଲାଇକ୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ ଏଭର୍ ଦ ଗୋଲ୍ଡସ୍ ଆର୍ ଲାଇକ୍ ୟୁଜ୍ଡ ଇନ୍ ଦ ଲାଇକ୍ ଜୁଏଲାରୀ ସପ୍ ରାଇଟ୍ ସେମାନେ ତ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ପେମେଣ୍ଟ କରିନଥାନ୍ତି ରାଇଟ୍ ମାନେ ଆମେ କିଛି ଜିନିଷ ଆଣିଲେ କାଲି ଗୋଲ୍ଡର ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ଟା ବଢ଼ିଲା ସୋ ଯେଉଁ ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ ହିସାବରେ ବଢ଼ିବ ସେଇ ହିସାବରେ ସେମାନେ ଭେଣ୍ଡରକୁ ପେମେଣ୍ଟ କରିବେ right so that is called as the revaluation process so revaluation process is the process in which the company will pay to the vendor as per the like a price difference right price difference ଯାହା ବି ରହିବ ସେଇଟାକୁ ପେମେଣ୍ଟ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡ଼ିବ ବୁଝିପାରିଲ so
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
what are the steps we have to follow so first update vendor master similarly xk02 then maintain invoice condition record MRM1. Then we have to go for the purchase order MI21N, good receipt MIGO, and invoice receipt with MIRO. ଏଠି ଆମର invoice settlement ହେଇକି ଆମକୁ vendor କୁ payment ହେଇଗଲା. So now price change in the market. So that's why we have to do what? We have to change purchase order with ME 22N. Purchase order भी हमें आउथरे change करिबा as per the market standard. So then you have to do the invoice settlement with MRNB. MRNB रे हमें invoice settlement करिया. So these are the steps we have to follow. So now go for the XK02 first. XK02 vendor number, go for the purchasing data. So for the revaluation process, what you have to do here, you have to select the revaluation allowed. This is mandatory. Auto revaluation is not required, right? You can remove revaluation process. Right? You have to select the revaluation. Enter save. So this is the first step. So then go for MRM1 for the invoice condition record. For ERS process, you have taken ERS process, ERS. But for the revaluation process, you have to select here the RAP for the revaluation process. This one. It is done. Put here the company code. Company code was GPIT, and here we can take as the I want to print out career as put here print out, send immediately. Language key will be English. Select the line item communication. Output type should be LP01. Print immediately. Release after output. Click here. Print. Then click enter. Then click on save. It is done. So now go for the purchase order. MA21AM. So go for the purchase order, purchase organization, then purchase group, and then company code. Put this one. Go for the item label. Put here the material number, which material you are ordering. Quantity. So let example we are ordering for the 6,000 quantity, and the delivery date is this one. And each quantity we are paying for the 7,000 rupees. Plant is GPI 1 and the storage location is 1,000. Click enter. Okay, the price is taken from the previous price, but I'll need to change the price. Okay, so if you'll go for the invoice tab, it is fine. Put here the tax code is GP. Click here the GR based IB. So click enter. So click on save. Right. So this is the purchase order number. It is done. So now go for the good receipt. Now go for the good receipt. Put here the purchase number. So we have received the stock. Now do the invoice. MIRO. Put here invoice date is today's date and tax code is not coming. Someone says taken. Satisfying. My room. Okay, let's check first. Put here the purchase order number, click enter. Tax code कहेंगे उसमें. Okay, we'll check later. Just copy the amount. Right. Go for the simulate. Now post. Okay, invoice is done. invoice after invoice like vendor payment done, right? So vendor payment ସରି ଯାଇଛି ଏବେ କ'ଣ ହେଲା ମାର୍କେଟରେ ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଲା କାର ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲର, right? If the price of the material will change, then what we have to do, we have to change the purchase order. ଏ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଆମର P2P process completed, right? We did the good received invoice and all, everything is done. So now the price in the market have been changed. So then what you have to do, you just change the purchase order again. How to change? Just go for ME22N, click enter, go for your purchase order, go for your purchase order number. So what was our purchase order? So this one. So put here the purchase order number, good, right? 6,000 quantity. सो परचेज ऑर्डर प्राइसटा मनकर चेंज है आगुरी आम जो आम मैटेरियल परचेज करते 7,000 थिला बट नाउ द प्राइस चेंज्ड सो हाउ यू कैन चेंज दैट प्राइस यू जस्ट गो फॉर द कंडीशन टैब and here you can change the price. Ladies and gentlemen, now the current price is 8,000 rupees. So click enter, click on save. So price हम चेंज करदे परचेज ऑर्डर रे जो 1000 लागे बढ़िला आम ए 600 क्वांटिटी ऑर्डर करचे तो ताला हमको एक्स्ट्रा केते टका दबा पई पड़ियो वेंडर को 6,000 into 1,000. So for that you have to do the invoice settlement for the revaluation process. The T code is MRNB. MRNB रे जिवो put here the document numbers. It is fine. You have to put the terms of payment. It is mandatory. Baseline date. So invoice रे जेमते हम baseline date दउतले similarly you have to give the current date is the baseline date, terms and conditions, and remove here the test run remove करो. It is fine. So click on execute. Okay. ଏଠି ବି ଆମେ ଟର୍ମସ୍ ଅଫ୍ କଣ୍ଡିସନ୍ ଦେଲେ କ୍ରେଡିଟ୍ ମେମୋ ପାଇଁ କ୍ଲିକ୍ ଅନ୍ ଏକ୍ଜିକ୍ୟୁଟ୍ interval 50 does not exist. Okay, so for that you have to go for the FBN one. If the interval is not exist, company code was GPIT interval plus, so the 53 number was missing in current year 2025. So that is when the number is started with and with 04, this one. So click on save. It is done. So now go for the that screen. Go back. So click execute again. Now the invoice is posted. So this is the FI document number. Right? केते amount रो एटा हे देखो हमें 6,000 क्वांटिटी ऑर्डर करते पर क्वांटिटी हमरो 1,000 लागे प्राइस चेंज होला. So एतिक प्राइस चेंज होला. Old price old invoice was 42,000. New settlement was 48,000. 6,000 add on to here. So this is called as the revaluation process. बुझिपाल ना कार किछटा